Assalamu alaikum and welcome all. I hope that you will be happy and enjoying a healthy life. Viewers, few months ago, one of my regular viewer has asked me that how can we make cow dung useful for our plants. So in today's video, I will show you three different ways of using cow dung for our plants, which will include cow dung compost, liquid cow dung fertilizer, and direct use of cow dung. And I'm sure that at the end of this video, you would be able to choose one of these methods for you as per your convenience, available space, patience, and your tolerance for the smell. Yes, obviously, smell is a factor while using cow dung. So before starting the video, let me tell you that actually this video was under process for a long time because I wanted to share all three methods with you in detail. So the recording took a little while. And it was recorded with different cameras at different time. Basically, it's a compilation of small clips. So I would request you to ignore the video quality and voice over for few clips and focus more on the content. Definitely, it would be informative for you, so watch it till the end. Okay, first of all, here we get it in this form, like in these white bags. These bags are meant to keep the cow dung dry because they don't hold the moisture. I would say it is just like jute, but plastic jute. Anyway, we got it from the cattle market of our city in very cheap price. Guess what? It's just 5 dirhams per kg. Oh, sorry, per 20 kgs. Yes, you heard me right, per 20 kgs. And remember that the older is better. Good if you can arrange 1 year or more older manure. Otherwise, it should be at least 6 months old. To be on a safer side, I normally store it for 1 year in advance. अगर आपके पास जगह है तो आप ऐसा कर सकते हैं. Otherwise, it's okay to get 6 months old from the cattle market. They would have it with them in dry form. After bringing it home, I have spread it in sunny area for at least 2 to 3 days just to get it sterilized. Actually, it was already dry, so I'm not drying it out here. After 2 days of sterilization, I have sieved out the powder from it, separated the straws which they have mixed to keep it dry, and then the bigger pieces I have separated, which I will crush later using a hammer or a heavy brick because we want to get it into almost powder form. Okay, once we get it into powder form, then we can turn it into compost easily. Viewers, actually, it's a misconception that just crushed or powdered or dried cow dung is the cow dung compost. No, it's not. To turn it into compost, we need to process it properly, which will take at least 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, so in first step, we have crushed it to powder form. Now we have to spread it and sprinkle good amount of water over it. Then again, we will shuffle it and again sprinkle water over it. We will repeat this shuffling and sprinkling 2 to 3 times, and then finally we will fill it in the bags. At this stage, you can feel that the heat is evaporating from this cow dung. It's basically the high amount of toxic gases. Through this treatment, this cow dung will get rid of this heat and these gases. That's why we need to decompose it properly to make it useful for our plants. Viewers, although it requires a lot of hard work, space, and time, but it's very much cost effective and purely organic way to get healthy plants without the use of any chemicals. And its results are long lasting if you add it in your potting mix especially. So just 5 dirham में एक पूरा बैग यानी 20 kgs compost ready हो जाता है. What else do we need? Okay, now I will leave it here for around 15 to 20 minutes. Let it absorb the moisture. Now you can see it has soaked the water and it is moist now. comparatively cooler. Now it's time to fill it in the bags. Here I have used its own bag, but inside this I have placed an empty plastic bag, which was a potting mix bag, because as I told you, this cow dung bag cannot hold moisture. But we want to keep this crushed powdered cow dung moist for at least 1 week. Now, as I have used plastic bag to store it, so I will keep it in shady area. Otherwise, sunlight can damage the useful bacteria present inside the cow dung as well as the plastic bag. Anyway, either keep it in a bag or a pile form. This is very important. If you will spread it as a layer, it won't decompose because it will get dry. And to get it decompose, it should have moisture and it has to have accumulated gases to produce heat and microbes, which is only possible when it's in a compact form. I hope you are getting my point. In fact, if you have open area, I mean more space, then I would recommend you to keep it in a pile form and cover it with a plastic sheet. In that case, it would be comparatively easy as you can shuffle it even after every 3 to 4 days and can get quick results also. In fact, I don't have such extra space. This is our car park area which I am using right now. So here I can't keep it in a pile form, as in pile form it would be a little more smelly at all the time, and I'm not comfortable with that. So as per my convenience, I am storing it in a bag. I feel that it's too much dry, so I'm just pouring a little water in it, not much. I will tie it properly but not too tight, otherwise it will develop fungus. In fact, this bag already had 3 to 4 holes at the bottom, which is good for aeration. Now, after every 7 days, means once a week, we need to reopen, sprinkle the water again, then reshuffle and pack it again. In short, ये सारा process हमें repeat करना है every 7 days. And why we are sprinkling the water again and again? That is just to maintain the moisture level, because if it will get dry, it will not decompose. And by repeating the process, all the extra heat, gases and smell will be over. And after around 2 months, we can get properly decomposed cow dung. So this is how the properly decomposed cow dung would look like. And in this form, it's useful for our plants. Now the question is how to check whether it's properly decomposed or not. So for that, 3 to 4 checks are there. Like when we will open the bag, we won't feel heat coming out of it. Number 2, it would have earthy smell rather than stingy cow dung smell. It would smell more like garden soil. Number 3, it would be darker in color, more towards blackish. Number 4, it will be able to retain the moisture. When you will hold it in your fist, it will take the shape of your fist. But in case if you still feel any heat or strong cow dung smell, then it means it needs more treatment, more repetitions, and it requires more time to be decomposed. So in short, जब तक आपको गोबर की स्मेल फील होती रहेगी, आप इस सारे प्रोसेस को रिपीट करते रहिए until it's properly decomposed and ready to use. Now method number 2, where we will make liquid cow dung fertilizer. Here I have a 40-liter bucket. In this I have added 1 bag of dry uncrushed cow dung, which means 20 kgs almost. And rest of the bucket I will fill with water. There is no restriction for the water quantity. We just need to soak the cow dung for about 5 days. Cow dung will not sink into it, but you just fill the bucket how much you want. Viewers, you might find this process comparatively easier than the first one because it takes less space, less effort and less time. There is no doubt in that. But its negative point is that it's comparatively more smelly and this mixture is more prone to produce insects. But if you will keep it covered and keep mixing it every alternate day, then you can easily avoid insects at least. After 5 days, this liquid can be used as liquid cow dung fertilizer for your plants, but always dilute it and use. Otherwise, it is too strong. The ratio can be 1 liter cow dung liquid to 10 liters of water. The interesting fact about this method is that you can keep on using this liquid fertilizer throughout the year. Like after 5 days, take out the liquid how much you want and then refill the bucket with plain water again. Keep on taking the liquid from here and keep on refilling it. But after every refill, don't forget to leave it there for 5 days. Within those 5 days, you need to keep on mixing and stirring it every alternate day. And at the end, when you don't need liquid fertilizer, you can take out the cow dung that would be properly decomposed by that time. You can spread it in the open area in sunlight and let it get dry. That will be as good as we prepared or we decomposed the cow dung in the first method. Okay, I will give you one more tip for this. To speed up the decomposition of liquid cow dung fertilizer, you can add in a little bit of jaggery. Old jaggery or new, it doesn't matter. You can just add a little bit of it. It increases the speed of fermentation of cow dung. If you have 5 kgs of cow dung, add 5 liters of water and half kg of jaggery would work for that. Here I am filling only half mug because I don't have my gloves on, so I don't want to make my hands dirty. So just for demonstration I am using half liter mug for 5 liters water. Now it can be given to any plant, especially in fruiting and flowering plants. You will see the results within 8 to 10 days. Okay, now here we come to the third method, which is the direct use of cow dung in the plants. For this one, just notice this cow dung. This is more than 2 years old. It was kept with me. As I told you, I keep in advance. As much as older it gets dry also. And because of losing the moisture, it turns into the powder form. So this is a check. When you buy the cow dung, you can open the bag and always see that if it is turned into the powder form already, then it means it is the older one. Even if you find a few lumps in that, you can take it out and crush it with some hammer or a brick, but not necessary. Even the small chunks will work in powder form or in chunks. In both the ways, you can just spread it directly into the plants. I will show you how. By the way, the plant which loves the cow dung most is rose plant. Many plants love it, but rose plant likes it the most as fertilizer. So it's very simple. Just spread it in the pot and plow a little bit. Mix it with the soil. This is just to avoid insects. And after that, you can water the plant thoroughly. With watering itself, it will decompose with time, but it will take a lot of time to decompose. Second thing is you need to take care. Don't give it in extra quantity. Just give a little bit. Just a fistful of this type of fertilizer would be more than enough. After using this fertilizer, your plant soil will get dry quickly. Try to water regularly to your plants because this cow dung, this form of cow dung absorbs the water. So your plant needs water and then your fertilizer also requires water. So give more water to your plants. Then after a few days you can come back to the routine or regular watering of your plants. So you might find this form of cow dung more easy and convenient to use, but I would say this is more risky to use. Although it is hassle free, but it is more risky to use because it has high nitrogen content and it's not diluted or decomposed. So you need to be very careful for its quantity. It can burn your plant. So give it always in less quantity first. Check if your plant can tolerate it, then give it more. Second thing is this will keep your garden smelly for at least 2 to 3 days. But yes, it is very common use of cow dung. It can be used in pots and in garden beds as well. Now you can choose as per your convenience, your comfort, and your tolerance for the smell. So that's all for today. I have shared at the best of my knowledge. Viewers, I'm not saying that these are the only three methods to use cow dung for your plants. There might be some other easier methods also. So if you know any of them, please do let us know in the comment section and share them with us. Anyways, I never claimed to be an expert or a professional gardener, but only sharing my experience with you, which I have learned through trials and errors. And I hope that it is useful and informative for you too. Do let me know that out of these three, which method did you find convenient for yourself? And don't forget to give me the feedback about this video also. Inshallah, I will be back with another video for you. Till then, take care, stay blessed, and Allah Hafiz.